Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome back to a brand new video going over Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. In today's video, we're going to be going over the final bit of gameplay that was shown for the first 90 minutes gameplay that we did get to see. And then we also have one more article to go over by IGN, which goes over more things about the wild area and more about the start of the game. So if you're excited for the video, please do consider hitting that like button down below. Let's try and hit 700 likes on today's video. The support you've shown lately has been insane, and I really do appreciate it. Make sure to drop a comment down below as well. Which game are you getting, Sword and Shield, and also which starter are you getting? You're getting Grookey, Sobble, or Skarmory, and of course subscribe as well if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this here channel. With all of that out of the way though guys, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we're going to be going over this gameplay. Now, this was also uploaded by IGN, I do believe. It basically says Pokemon Sword and Shield, 5 neat details and features from the first 90 minutes. So this video kind of sums up everything that we was shown throughout the whole of the news thing that we did get. So definitely go check this video out. It will be linked in the description down below. Just going to go over it quickly, just to see the new pieces of gameplay and stuff, as we always do. So obviously at the start we have another Dynamax Battle here. Again, this is the first 90 minutes of gameplay, so you can obviously get all these different pieces of clothing at the very start. As we all know, in the starting town there is that clothes shop where you can go and get new things. And then of course, as you progress through the game, you will get more haircuts, more hairstyles, more hair colors, more clothes to choose from. You can literally design anything for your character in this game. It is so cool. And then we move on to this bit where they're picking the star Pokemon. Obviously, as we all know now, it does not take long to pick your star Pokemon at all, which very much is needed for shiny hunting them. So hopefully they're not shiny locked. I don't think they are. It has been everywhere that they're not. Then we obviously got some more character customization stuff as well. And then we have the battle with Hop. So his star Pokemon's actually Wooloo, which I didn't realize. I thought he got his star Pokemon with us, but obviously just had one anyway. But it makes sense that his star Pokemon is Wooloo, and then he just gets another Pokemon, which is obviously your star Pokemon as well. So that's really cool. So I'm sure he'll keep Wooloo throughout his whole team. So whatever Wooloo evolves into, Hop will most likely have it on his team. We have Leon there, of course, because Leon does give you your starter Pokemon in this game. And then obviously Hop gets lets you choose first. He chooses the one that's weaker to you, and then obviously you just take battle with Hop, and he sends out the Wooloo and then his start Pokemon. Apparently it's a really easy battle though. I don't know how this person has a Lotad and stuff already, because you clearly battle them straight away. So maybe you get given the Lotad, I don't know. But it is what it is. And then of course Wooloo is just everywhere at the very start, as well as Butterfree. So we've kind of already seen most of this gameplay. There's just a few pieces here and there that we haven't seen yet, so not so random encounters. Like I say, this just sums up everything, so definitely go check it out if you do want just an overall view of everything. Then it goes over to talk about the wild area. I don't know what that Pokemon is there. I have no idea. It's definitely not a new one. If there was any new Pokemon showcased in this gameplay, we'd know about it. And there are actual new Pokemon that we do see at the very start of the game. It's just they weren't allowed to tell us about it or say anything about them. So there's a bunch of brand new Pokemon at the very start of the game, which is why I do believe there's going to be loads and loads of new ones in this game. So the wild area is a big playground. We know about this. Like I say, not too much on the terms of gameplay. Again, just going teaming up with the trainers, you're going around. This does basically confirm that you can basically run around with your friends in the wild area, go do raids and battle and trade and everything. We have obviously this raid battle here. I don't know if this is from the first 90 minutes, because this guy has a Togekiss, Lucario, Ludicolo. Pretty sure this is just from a different trailer or something, but this is from the first 90 minutes because we do have Grookey. This person also has a Maractus as well, so you can definitely get like decent Pokemon at the very start of the game. And then it just goes over the cooking and the camping thing and the getting the curry thing. And then that's pretty much everything with the gameplay. Like I say, not much to really talk about that hasn't already been shown. The main thing that I did want to go over for today's video is this article, because it does have some new information about the start of the game, and it has some new information about the wild area and everything like that. So the stuff that we already know about the new game is obviously you just start off in your house and everything, and then that's all that. Basically what it says in those two paragraphs there. Of course, this will be linked in the description down below if you do want to check it out yourself. Definitely advise you to if you do want all of the most up-to-date information about Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. It says Wooloo takes center stage. After leaving your home, you meet your rival Hop, who is already accompanied by his partner Pokemon Wooloo. For the first time ever, your rival has two partner Pokemon, and you'll have to go up against both in your first battle. Hop's Wooloo isn't the only important one you'll encounter though. One of the early story beats features another Wooloo in need of rescue, and the adorable sheep Pokemon is also one of the first you can catch in the tall grass after getting your start from Leon. So we already kind of knew most about that. Like many other Pokemon fans, I love Wooloo the instant it was revealed. And it says extra cinematics add meaning to key battles. While battles with youngsters and random trainers still have the typical gameplay loop, Battles against more notable opponents have an extra layer of story to them. In between turns, your opponent will make a comment in the form of a very brief cutscene. For instance, during an early battle with Hop, he interjects, "How did you know about type advantages?" They are quick enough to be negligible if you're not interested in the story, but I was pleased to see an additional way to see story and gameplay come together in a more constant, organic way. The added context gives a bit of weight to the battles and helps establish characters a bit more. Something that I never mentioned in the previous videos, though, is that you can skip the catching tutorial in this game, which is something we wanted for a very, very long time. And then it doesn't give you loads and loads of constant, like, hand-holding in this game. So it will talk about type matchups, and then that'll be it. It won't constantly be like, oh yeah, you should be using this, you should be using this. It will just, like, kind of let you go off on your own, which is something we needed, you know. Fair enough, you need some tutorials for the new players, but I'm glad that it doesn't just constantly spoon-feed them us. Then it says, I can't overstate how excited I am for the character customization options in this game. There are 10 categories of clothing to choose from. Tops, hoodies, pants, dresses, socks, shoes, bags, hats, glasses, and gloves. So you can even get socks in this game. You can get different types of socks. And that says we've gotten a brief look at their offerings over the past few months, and what I got to see of the in-game catalog didn't disappoint. These clothes are actually really stylish. The staple Pokemon graphic t-shirts are still in stock, but thankfully there are plenty of alternatives, including regular pants, finally. So not so random encounters with plenty of surprises. Classic random encounters we've seen in the mainline Pokemon games get quite a change in Pokemon Sword and Shield. This was first shown back in June, but seeing it in action gave me more confidence in the new system that gives players more choice and when they'll engage in wild Pokemon battles. While some catchable Pokemon are visible in the overworld like in Pokemon Let's Go, you can catch others that appear as exclamation point icons in patches of tall grass, both in and out of the wild area. So basically there's 4 different like ways of encountering a Pokemon in this game, and they're all in the wild area. Then there's obviously some that aren't in the wild area, but again, that just means that there's going to be loads and loads of different ways of shiny hunting in this game. And it says, these exclamation points are random in that you don't know what Pokemon you'll face, but because you can see the icon ahead of time, the actual encounter itself is anything but avoiding. Pokemon in the grass requires you to slowly tiptoe your way through. Those who prefer being startled by a sudden battle can simply run through the tall grass at full speed. Technically, the exclamation point still appears before you battle, but if you're running, you won't have time to notice it. So yeah, basically, if you just want to dodge all the encounters and you just kind of creep through the grass slowly, if you just don't even care, you just bullet through the grass, basically. Pokemon Sword and Shield maintains the ethos and identity it has had for years, treating the player like it's first time they've ever played a Pokemon game, which may be much to the dismay of many long-time fans. Even though Game Freak still makes you click through those tutorial dialogue boxes, I was pleasantly surprised that I could begin my Pokemon collection before I was instructed to do so. Shortly after getting your first Pokemon, you're free to head into town and walk through the tall grass all you want. There were already 5 Pokeballs in my bag, thanks Mom, so I went ahead and caught a Pokemon unprompted. A few moments later, Hop explains how catching Pokemon work, but I already had one. You're falling behind, Hop. This isn't the tutorial for experience some fans have been asking for, but it was nice to be given a bit more freedom without eliminating the onboarding process. So like I say, tutorials just aren't hammered down your throat. There's actually like not that many in this game. Technical imperfections. Visually, Pokemon Sword and Shield look great, but I was a bit disappointed to see that, much like in Pokemon Let's Go, Pokemon would still appear and disappear out of thin air as you walked ahead. This isn't an issue in the grass as Pokemon are always popping in and out of view, but it's still a little awkward to see Pokemon randomly shrink into oblivion when it was their turn to leave an area. The same issue applied to NPC trainers. The road would be empty but walk a bit further down and suddenly someone was standing by a rock. So NPC trainers randomly pop up in the wild area, didn't know that. So I can see how that would be a little bit annoying, the fact that Pokemon just randomly like Thanos snap in and out of existence. But I mean, it's not too much to cause me to like not like the game. Wild area first impressions. Fairly early on, you take the train to the wild area. So you do actually take the train, so that's actually finally getting something about the transit area, which feels like a trainer's playground. Exploit plenty of places to battle, max raid battles to participate in, and merchants to buy goods from. This area appears to be the biggest we'll explore in Galar, and there are quite a few features unique to this area to make traversal more pleasant. This includes considerate features like being able to access your PC, where you store Pokemon who aren't in your party, directly from the menus while in the wild area. So you can go into your PC, so if you catch a new Pokemon and you want it in your party, straight away you can go into the PC from the wild area and put it in, which is really, really cool. The freedom to rotate the camera in the wild area felt great, and I couldn't help but... So basically, it's just like a massive RPG game where you can just literally rotate and look everywhere at once. It wasn't quite as populated with Pokemon as I would have liked, but under different weather conditions, a few more creatures could appear. Some sections of the wild area can't be reached right away, giving players more to explore later on. I like the fact that there's more about the wild area that unlocks later on in the game. That's really, really cool. You can earn a currency that's exclusive to the wild area called Watts by battling trainers or by approaching dormant max raid battle red beam locations. These Watts can be used to buy items from merchants while roaming around the area. They sell camping gear, items, and ingredients for delicious curries. Some items for sale are exclusively sold in the wild area. During my hands-on time, I wasn't able to camp or cook curry, but camping essentially features, yeah, so we already know about camping. Local and online multiplayer. So a lot of people have been asking me about this in the comment section. I've noticed a lot, so I'm hoping it just gets answered here, because obviously I only know as much as I read. I don't have any background information about the game. So it says local and online multiplayer allows players to battle trade, visit each other's campsites, and work together in max raid battles in the wild area. Real trainers can even appear walking around the wild area. There's a spot on the map directly outside the wild area that you can ping, so you and your friends can enter the wild area together. Unfortunately, this specific tagging is restricted to that single location outside the wild area rather than any location within it. Sure, you can tell players to go to a specific area with the wild area from there, but the inability to ping anyone other than the one location feels like a missed opportunity for easier coordination. So basically what that says is you have to constantly meet at this one point and then go in together. You can't just like meet up randomly in the wild area. You have to go to like the entrance, I'm taking it, and then that's when you go in. In addition to orchestrating battles, raid battles, and trades with friends, you can set yourself as someone who is looking to battle or trade and match up with other online players who are looking to do the same. These are all lovely ideas, blah blah blah. Max raid battles are challenging, fun spectacle. We all know about the raid battles, and then that's pretty much it. So that's definitely something that I wanted to know about, the local and online multiplayer. So that's how you meet with friends. You have to go to a specific spot, and then obviously the in-game currency for wild area is called Watts, and then you can buy loads of different things with them. So yeah, all in all, and again, some more information in this. I will definitely throw it in the description down below though if you do want to check it out yourself. But that's going to be everything for today's video. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 700. Drop a comment down below as well. Are you happy about that online kind of information, or are you a little bit annoyed that you can't just randomly meet up in the wild area? And subscribe as well if you're brand new. We do daily Pokemon content on this here channel. It's everything from me though. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday, and until next time, peace.